whereby we are saying that not less than 200 members support, not less than 10% of the issued shares support. Then we also talked about not less than 20% of the members who are at the register of the members. So number 6, we have takeover bid. Takeover bid. Takeover bid. Takeover bid. And you say 90% support. 90% support. 90% support. Takeover bid. You say 90% support. Then number 7. Number 7. You say widen up and adjust and equitable. Widen up and adjust and equitable grounds. Adjust and equitable grounds. Widen up and adjust and equitable grounds. Number 8. I'm saying number 7 is widen up and adjust and equitable grounds. And number 8, we have alternative remedy. Alternative remedy. In short, what you're talking about, e.g., or for instance, or i.e., e.g., in order to compel the oppressor, an order to compel the oppressor, an order to compel the oppressor to purchase the shares of the oppressed, an order to compel the oppressor, an order to compel the oppressor to purchase the shares of the oppressed, an order to compel the oppressor to purchase the shares of the oppressed, an order to compel the oppressor to purchase the shares of the oppressed. And these are the issues to do with the minority protection at statute of the company law. Like for instance, alteration of the class rights. So if there is any alteration of any class rights, at least 75% support must happen. Or in short, what you're talking about is through a special resolution. Then convention of AGM in case of a default. And we said when there is some default, there is a topic called meetings. When there is a default of AGM, then even if we have 2,000 members or 20,000 members, and then the AGM fails to happen, in a situation whereby now there is a default, a meeting can be called either by the registrar, mostly it's through the registrar, whereby even one member present, even if the expected quorum is 20,000, even one member present can be said that there is what? There is the issue to do with quorum. Right, together. Then, pursuant to a court order, the issue to do with the convention of the general meeting, pursuant to a court order, you can apply to the court to have a general meeting. Then requisitioning of an extraordinary general meeting, whereby that requisitionist come up with an extraordinary general meeting. Then investigation of the company's affairs by the inspector, whereby we have at least 200 members support 10% of the issued share capital, there is 20% of the registered members. Then takeover bid, or takeover bid, if there is any issue to do with takeover bid, then at least 90% of the members have to approve. Then widen up on a just and equitable grounds. Like for instance, if you are not paid what, and somebody have not closed his audio, kindly, you are making noise to us, our honorary students. Make sure that you have closed your audio. Yes. Then widen up and adjust and equitable grounds. All what you're talking about is, like for instance, if there is infringement of the minus. Then we can say that, oh yeah, in time. We can say, or we are not given the right to vote or right to earn dividend. Then we can do what? We can do what? We can say that we should close the business of the company, or the company should be dated on a just and equitable way. And lastly, we have the issue to do with alternative remedies, such as you compel the compressor to buy the shares of the oppressed. Some of the questions that have ever been tested in this include the following. You may go and check them. November of 2020 or 2019. November of 2019, question 1A, part 1. It says, highlight 6 ways through which a person might cease to become a member of a company. We have talked about it. Is it 6 marks? Is it? Yes, yes. Death, bankruptcy, so forth. Then May of 2019. Question 1B. Outline 4 particulars which might have been contained in Igipange Limited former register of members, the contents, you see, or the elements. May of 2018. May of 2018, question 5B. Actually, expect a question from whatever you have learned today or this topic, that describe 3 ways through which a person might become a member of a company. Well, let me tell you which is difficult. Estopel 2. Application and allotment. Is it? Subscribing to the memorandum of association, the other 3. Then May of 2017. Question 1C. September of 2015. Question 3A. September of 2015. Question 5D. These are some of the questions. The others are just a repetition. So expect a question from what we have just discussed. So far, this is the third topic. We are going to our 4th topic. Yes, we shall be talking about the topic. Yes. So far.